Minu apano 2016 me no na na ebo jandam ye fe bibi jandam. Asam ni nya no kura kama ni nya no kure.
Jandam dangerous. As we sit, some people don't have peace in their heart. They know they have committed a crime. They know every single day they can be picked up and taken to court. They know. They are not happy. They are sad inside because they know dealings, it is against the laws of the land. And that is what I am trying to advise the young people. Makachira musamunya very careful. Recover, reorganization. Me say they will regroup. This NPP group, they come in different forms. They come in different forms. And right now that they are not coming back to power, they are regrouping. This man, Otipis FM, so your friend opinion jekum makana samachiremo. Nkwaseafour nyina hene. Nkwaseafour ye defend the chrono, papa we. Nenim tum Nkwaseafour nkoa. Obeko Peace FM notice. Kwame. Kwame, you see Kwame ko. Mu nyina mubeko 1-1. Kwame, adene de aka. You see. So one kasa wutiri ho ye di bone enso oni wi woni tiri ho. Nkwaseafour nkoa. Oma start biem. E na wo openye jekum school awuko nyina eyatwi na wo kire. Enya de fufuru bia. Mr. Fosu, mi GSS street teacher, titwi nche no. Mr. Fosu, otitwi, kire twi. The work school I go see nyina ye twi and I go see ye. Unsia any extraordinary thing bia. I don't even know why Openye Jekum Titi Ghana to said or some intelligence be when it comes to governance and politics. Because in your life, there was saying also your own PhD or master said the your professor no. Twi. Ghana kasa. Into one said nya smart in chain sebio kaya nina on titwi no onya smart in chain no. Because sebio sa otitwi ya wa ukrom kasa enya ade bia ye extraordinary. So one kasa to ukrom kasa, you are not supposed to be walking around with your shoulders high, pretending say when you something extraordinary against you be ukrom kasa na wote. Now almost saba biem. Ya so son kwasi asem so Ghana cho. Or say, speak up before your silence is taken as support for illegal raids. What do you term as illegal raids? Openye Jekum, also a professor. Professor Wabong. Anytime I say, one of the unim no air, the one kasa fiti unkwala brim wesuya. Akankasa ni twi kasa wusuya fiti unkwala brim. And a man for are not interested in that subject. Anything about a professor. And yes, a competitive field biya. And almost started or say John Mahama and Kasa send a bear man for who say illegal raids on supported. What is illegal raids? What do you call illegal raids? And what is raids? And these old men, in Ghana, instead of them to be honest enough to tell the people the truth, they don't do it all. No mo shem Nkwaseafour. Na omo da Ghana for. Na omo di we di yenyini o. Omo no asem na di ebedu Akufo-Addo term no. We mu na ye campaign me Akufo-Addo. Nana de. Na NPP de. Nana de. Ene Akufo ba ye. Nana de. Yet nana de no kotam nana ba ye. Nana bedi Nkwasi asem. Omo asakofra ntoma fofra ba. Now the question here is, John Mahama and Kasa na Ghana for who say raids na cost no illegal raids. Illegal raids any day. For 93 days, John Mahama be the president. Why now be catch Ghana for say you be ready to fear illegally? Addison and Amoka say you say John Mahama ko ready to fear illegally. Why hasn't Addison? Must say Addison, Jakpa, any national security ko ready to fear. Why hasn't Addison gone to court? Ever seen there? Addison, former Bank of Ghana governor, he has not spoken on the matter. His lawyer has not taken action. And then I work okura way better TV so say John Mahama and Kasa. You are trying to mo pese mututu anoma ho de be kire se aboa be ni mo ya bosom mo ya beifo mo betutu anoma ho mo betutu akokɔ ho abe kire se anoma be ni mo ye mpanyi bone mo be wu awia ketekete mo bone ne mo tro no be kumo. Where is the illegal raid? When and the Ghana, Wakacha Ghana for say, Mako police, I call report to say, they have come to raid my house illegally. Because the police is there. Go there and do what? And report and get answers. Ntim ya call the PA Endrano. What was the reason Tianko for the call? And NPP has started using the word raid. What is raid? When you say somebody's house has been raided, I said just saying. Mr. S, get me the definition. Na men chere mo say sa we mu no. E yo mu krom kasa no mote. Na enya brofo papa bi ni nyanse bi no mo chen o. Obi ti di krom kasa, onya intelligent nchen o. Almost starting use word be raid. Ntim Fordjour Jimmy we fie. Did anybody raid the house? No. Was anything touched? No. Anoma kra ho ka ofie ho. Was anybody abused? Was anybody's property taken away? No. In the end, Namoka say, Papa Kokrate is also a professor. Oka say, so be quite Ntim Fordjour fie. Now say, Okacha say, you are invited. You need to come to the police. Why do you call it raid? A diabolic. I get almost started a creative baby. Omo Jimmy. Makacha say, hey, we mo a diabolical. Omo need the ho. They know what they are doing. Sa papa we a key no sua onim nyansa nchen. So what you krom kasa and chese onim nyansa chen obi a. Now, thank you team. Let me give you the definition of raids. Because NPP for a use strategy B. Today when somebody is even invited or the police basically goes to somebody's house to talk to the person, quickly, I'm about to say a raid. That is how the NPP is. And the so-called professors are on my bounty. They don't know the difference between raid and somebody being invited. Now, this is raid. A rapid surprise attack. Tie, Nkwaseafour, China, Amuye, Professor Eii, Oma Bon. And I'm going to ask, why not? And the Obetima Kacham say, national security, police, whatever, abe attacking with fear, Emma watch injuries, say the crime cry abono. Today, at the NPP Fuano, raid. Emma openye jekum penyi boni. Ukrom kasa na wote wonye extraordinary. Sa wote ukrom kasa na ukrom kasa ka. Na ukrom fobu say unim kasa ne ka. Emma wonye any intelligent extraordinary penyi wo Ghana. Get that shit in your head. Now this is the definition of raid. A rapid surprise attack on an enemy by troops, aircraft, or other armed forces. Or say a surprise attack, a rapid surprise attack. Who has been attacked in Ghana? Who has been attacked with weapons? Who has been attacked with armed forces? Who has been attacked? And who opened the cassava teacher. Otina piece of say Prez Mahama should come and speak on the illegal rates. What is illegal rates? What does it mean? Do we have legal rates? Your idea friend legal rates oh ma bon mo tigana na mo dada nkofo mo hwa agogo mo no mo edutu wa betesri betena TV so a mo beka no kure ma Ghana fo nkwara ehu no kure no na mo hyehyɛ tribe ne party chi di nkwaseasɛm wo ye twi celebrity o wo nya obia o se kai de panyina tam o bodam Munya opportunity to speak truth. Mr. S, Mr. P, take care of Facebook. Munya the opportunity to speak truth. Now more confused Ghana for. What do you mean by illegal raid? What does it mean? Because I have been able to define a raid actual. So what is illegal raid? I said what is illegal raid? Well, and what is legit? What is legal raid? Motete Ghana munimushi. Sako Suyan was school 99% of Ghana school for Nkwaraa person mubesua anything to me a professor. There's no competition. Much 13 na mote class. And ya kwenchedu huri fem yes correct. And I'm the name of a and ya dear Einstein engineering and now I could see some astronomic and the ocean the papa bia a bet and I would church him. Yes, yeah, we are Ki Mushakira. Ki Mushakira, and no unum. On share anima de bia. Motena TV so a, motena radio so a. Tribal dictionary and amu use. What is illegal raid? Illegal raid, as such as saying. What is illegal raid? And I'm yet to see anybody with evidence to say the John Mahama administration, the national security, they have used the armed forces. They have rapidly attacked somebody in their homes. Maybe one person or maybe evidence. No? Into that stupid statement or word they are using, raid, because they know majority of followers ne Jimmy. Banchia teacher. And the Jibode kakra. Into Omo radio so instead they say Omo beka asem no, Omo brabo de Omo febu no Omo ka kire. Oh Kwame, asem we dem mama kai. Sao we mu. Omo betena radio so na Omo ye conversation, Omo discussing national issues. Hey, asem we na wakai SSC. Me se Kwame 1962, me kai pa na meteme ma me nchen e wo Edupon. Hey, Kwame sa time no, ye nante 15 kilometers and san ye do school. Now say school asem ya na woka. Breye Kwame. Me ankasa me tie na me di bode dwo e na me di bo nkwan mu sebio engo kokko mu na me di bia hyamata adiem omo boa. Me say omo boa. They create the impression say you pay omo odua mu na omo baaye omo ndi dada omo boa. E na Kwame. Asem ye de bia asem kai omo asem abeyifo sa na omo tie. Omo ti peace fama asem we akai me we. E na say omo asem bia example omo fam da. Me say omo asem bia ho example Kwame asem no akofa be me de me kai pa na me ma me sata na me ma me na me di be 14 Kwame na me papa yesi okwafuom na me so me baaye enti Kwame me ma me wa wonim se ye de bebiane afiri entodwe obetra inkurase num ansa na wodure ho I say pai wo oduam enti omo create impression bi say bra ya bre no ye ne pai wo duam ne baaye enti ye beka bi agidi Yesu kura baaye ne yebusa no questions Yesu oyo nyame ba ye din kan share no honkom ansa na ye wo no ono kura ne yebusa no questions na wo bu pa awo mon kan kura mon kokura we. So from today that word raid, so be used to raid no radio city TV, so I'm say what does it mean? What is raid? Because you see, words are very important. Words are very important. And the understanding of words, it changes a lot of narrative. And so be AKP using word be consistently. Now someone question, and one caution. Now man antias is a word now we use the context at which by which we are using the word is wrong. They will go ahead and people adapt a strategy. Whenever they sit on TV or radio, hey, there's been a raid. There's been a raid. What is raid? National security for Saman Foba, Ghana Police Service. No, Moka say national security has raided this person. Samusan say, what do you mean by raid? Can you define raid for me to understand? A honor baby on betna. After your man kenis and punch, you know. They have raided this person's home. They have no say, what do you mean by raid? What is the meaning of raid? Because when Penyakum say illegal raid. Do we have legal raid? Now, Ben, I'll tell you, I crazy about water. What to be that? What to say, Krobia ton crazy about water? Into what is legal war? Have you heard legal war before? What a war illegal? What is legal raid and illegal raid? And when was the last time Obikachi Ghana for say there has been a raid? Because you need to understand the word and the context is being used. We or your cassava lecturer, wa bon. Kwame. We there to saying Alotejo Cops, Nenum can also the pompesti ye. Kwame Nadankan, Jimmy Frantini, Jimmy, Nesia Brown. Kukuba kwa the Nisa watch. Net saying, I open number, ayo on the Nimnansa. Kwame we there. Chana machaka krawa udim. Madina Kwan Yusu, me be me free legon. Me babedru yeshiashi, traffic is siso Kwame. Hey, mude sia de ya breno akai masemi. De bia asemi akai asemi. We da Kwame me kai 1963. Na ye na me mame obefa me ba Kumasi. Satana me wo fati Kumasi. Adekudie dia yampe Rollins asem nyina ne say. Rollins say I wo fasi ejapade de ma wo fasi de twam. Yemfa ma yere. Eno an ekofa ntokwa ne baaye. Yeta Rollins ni nyina no. Rollins say and obi ne yere bɔ bra na owu a yɛmfa japade ma ne yere ne mba ɛne na amanfo bi so ɔmo nte ase JJ Rollins we nipa bɔne ni ne NDC ne yɛnku no because then nipa dodo na twɛn mo wɔ fa ewu agi sika ne di moa ɛdeɛnfo ɛyɛ deɛn next of kin for And I saw a gentleman speak on this on TikTok. And I think I've spoken on it before I check. But he's right. A time Rollins in Betina TV so I net ye bube. Nina say JJ Rollins by no or see obi nko ye juma makwasi bin tinefie se me wo fa eja pade nie. Intimate tifie aya next of kin for omunye juma. Obeko na omo te dame ase. Obeko no bugu nkonfo maso. Adan a me wo fa wosika. Na wofane ne yere ebo adwuma oba ne nam nsuom nam ewiem titi ne mowrem de hwe ne ma wofa kwase ampanyi ne wu ya yese asemesi jimifo firi bekwa yaba one ne di wofa ade ne atame japade ama no Rollins said abi eno nko ane Rollins the problem e ba wiase nie JJ Rollins and a JJ Rollins and a JJ Rollins wofanti eno nti ne time Rollins enya de bia omuni reason bia masa tom kwa asem firi paso muni nyina no mumpe adwuma enya mwangasa madwuma emfa ejapade enhya mmadin mu obi nko ware ne kunu na one ne mmo adwuma na bema no sebi onyame to ne nsafre na lodo kwase afiri bekwa ya beka chem se me wofadea Rollins say ye be shemra oba one bema bo wabra no o se oba no na sebio odi ejapade no ye nti ase adentina Rollins akota be japade na ma oba no abuofunu oba ne da wana wo wofada le so pupu ne wo no edi na chiko efuo mu ba no oba no ebri ni moje ni na Nkwaseafour mo ti dame ase yema wofane wu na mo betam next of kin for mo bodam Rollins mo tan nyina no Rollins problem nyina onya no wiase oni menuanom na Karagwafoɔ nyaaye no eno ano no Inti Nicaragua for Rollins asem nyina no it is because Rollins say obia ye adwuma ansa na wedidi untumi ntina dame ase en sorry anopa de bia nkasa wo fanwu na bedi ade kopa adwuma ye eno ne kofa problem ne baaye no inti ene na ma Nicaragua for edwa Rollins be sin ne inti Rollins party de ye ntiase omo ye wudifo omo boa Rollins nye wudi ni bia Rollins say uti kokwa ase abrafie na wo so koye adwuma we ya kacha na mubu ofu obi abeto atinis ayisika ko ware oba ni oba abobra abre aye adwuma ye fuo kokko efu akese oba besia ede ne kra ne bibia to ho ene be ma atena abobra enye sika de hwe omma na sebio be ma ne toya na ro kwase afre kurase abase me wofa me na medi ade na Rollins abase ye nhemra na saade ne yentwem a mo ne Karagwafoɔ bi mo so wonti ase inti yenye den yenye red danse ma monnom Rollins ye tan Rollins ni nyina no no foforo bia mfiri bebia amba biem asa next of kin for bisa ringalanzoni kusa apiki ana dwe ye girem ene Friday this is for the we gaso da hotia wo bodam ni bu ofu ohun de onya ne ho wo be wu agame edien so branti yenye ne dan ma me no wi tofi e wi ti di binguzo munim de eba okay ya betwa so muni bebi akọ ahaya na mugina Nicaragwafoɔ ahaya na obi agina obi ani bebi akọ umpeo obehwe and these are things yen kan keke eya engineer so wo ho now ebia kem mami dwedwam let's take our business now the reason I was talking about message dialogue is because and Sam Georgia on the communications so Ghana or say Ghana to enact law against misinformation and disinformation. Communication minister say Ghana de mrabi ba mra ebeko atro in kontompo eni bosremuka inti enche bia no yebese mra sebio yebese no Ghana memu a se wo start se o twatrato obi so na woni nyina so se wo beka asem fa samije mfi ho na woni nyina so wo beka asem fa John Mahama ho na woni nyina so oka asem fa Kevin Taylor ho na wonyi ngina so a samra na ye be hye no e wo se ukoyi ano wo court e wo se etumi chew ne edu tu fiase we say NPP mobeba power biom no na is 42 years and over, and I support this 100%. The NPP thrives on misinformation and disinformation. That is the backbone and bile of this tribal piglet party. Eye atro any other party no. Inti samra we are eba no. We are going to see, say, you will see, say, the NPP communication will break down. The NPP communication, after this law has been enacted, the communication of the NPP will break down. I don't think they want to mean to check my own to me. TV so Eii Mahama tem can't to Mahama so osro. Da ben out the check my own to me. Abronye akasetia Ibrahim Mahama osro. Da ben a say abua papon owusu bempa kotina wan no wakasetia John Mahama physically personally. Ana Ibrahim Mahama ana government appointee bia osro, because they know the law is now going to work. Into this Misinformation and Disinformation Act, I am going to champion it. I am going to support the Minister Sam George to make sure Parliament will pass this law. The NPP will collapse, because then Emradawa so bibe general ka Joyce Bawa Mutari 17 na oni nyina so a ye betwa years ato ho a chere sa ni panel to improve a also ko de fiase. So bibe ka Lord na Mahama ho asem na wentumi ngina wenya ngina so anka asem na okan anka se weni me ngina so a also ko de fiase. Me see ye pass law we a obo platforms nyina begu. That is the difference between NDC and MPP. The NDC was built out of truth, honesty. The MPP was built out of tribalism and lies. And say the Mrano Towa, you see how the men will separate themselves from the boys. And that has been our hallmark. And I am so happy to see this, because this will change the dynamics. It will change how we see politics in Ghana. Politics, where Jimmy and I want to say, we are Jimmy for a politician, but politics is your life. So we be with catch us say media menya politics or we Jimmy for. Every single decision you take as a Ghanaian is based on politics and what the politician will do, say, the actions they will take, and then they be deciding with future as a Ghanaian today. Your life tomorrow. So China, it is the politician who will decide for you in Ghana. And so out of hypocrisy, we catch them say media menya politics we Jimmy for. It means Obrana Obon Krawon that politician can use you like a fool. You need to understand. Say you need to be abreast of issues. I'm not saying go do active politics. Men ko jina simpie ni to swaba. Men ko jina parliament enko shemra. But be abreast of the issues, be part of the conversation. That is the only way wo bra, because obi na ekotina dem aka se e wo se epekwan bi ne afaso ne stop galam say. Enti e wo se wo so ma wo ne yete. De wo so adwenkyere e wo tirim, because insuo ne say a politician no obeto nsuo abrochira nom, wo na obenum nsuo na ase no. Enti sa wo ti se obi aka kire say menya politics a any person that met us say I don't do politics with Jimmy to the point to say onim say ne life on earth mameka be been true. You as a Christian and a Muslim, we all believe in something, and that is we believe in God, and we all believe so one day we will die, and when we die there is another world that we are going. We are not taking the flesh. We are going to leave everything behind and go to that world that we all believe in, right? But as far as you're on this planet, somebody will have to make rules and regulations for you to survive. So the moment you think, say, you don't want to be part of that decision making, you are not counted as the people who have to survive. And if somebody will capitalize on your foolishness and your ignorance and your idea thinking, say, I don't want to be part of the decision making, they will capitalize and step on you and make you a dog. You'll be the slave. Into politics in general is very important for every single man, a part of our lives. Do not ever say menya politics, man can be that. be interested in politics. Because then bibi ko ye mawa because of politics. Obi na shemra ema bibi ko ye mawo. Obi na shemra bi ena bibi tiawo. It you always have to be part of the conversation. And the conversation should be right. And we should be part of a conversation that is healthy, a conversation that is not about, at the end of the day, maligning people and lying about people, but a conversation that we will use facts to do what? Make our point. And it's in our other platform with Swa. You see senior officers, veterans in nkoaaa, they are all here. Because when you say Kevin Taylor, dear, or the Ukraine Bemau, Bobi do what Tamaso, so a very important. Ongano, eleleno, yerebeka. And that is what we all need to understand. Into this is very important. Well, when your politics, you your taxes. Me and your politics, you your taxes. Now then, I would your tax. I hope so because I could take a decision now. You need to be part of the decision making. So with your taxes in Kwadia, you have to do politics. You have to be part of the conversation, be part of the dialogue. You can't say free SHS. I say, nkoaaa Eii Nkwaseafour. President can say, young have a dialogue. No, it was every parent who has a kid in school, whether primary or senior high school, you have to be part. You can't say, yeah, having a dialogue on our education, our free SHS. No, nkoaaa primary school parents in free. Yes, Ghana for because Obama OGSS. No, in the next year or two, Obera SS. So you need to be part of even that conversation. Obama put the whole. As far as you pay taxes, you should be part of the conversation. It's memo being that out that. And I said this group of people now your politics, they been see that. The moment I decided to team no ombe yuzu sabua unyansuo nom unyejuma nye omunya kwan mao because when the can classify who say there are some group who only think for you. You need to be part of the thinkers. You need to be part of the decision making. You need to also contribute. You need to let people know say oka sadie we hu. Into Ghanaians, young people coming up, I see majority of you guys making videos, going to places, showing things you don't like. It is very healthy. Keep on doing it. Make sure you back it with facts. Let the government know that these are all part of our civil responsibility. The civic education part of it is also part. Let's not just let some people feel, say, where the papa a friend of Oriata, where the papa a friend of Kufuado, where the free Ebusia Wemu, into Omunkwan, a deep power. They thought to say, Jimmy, and that even when they are fooling, we still have to give them the opportunity to rule because in their heads, they belong to the up and we belong to the lower part. No. Every single Ghanaian is important when it comes to decision making and especially when it comes to politics. Mema Sofu bin dadao. Mema sebio imam bin dadao. Mema sebio mami bi ana papa bin dadao. You are a Ghanaian, you are paying taxes, you should be part of the conversation. From 2017 to 2024, because we are not part of the conversation, majority of Ghanaians took a step back and said, oh, yeah, dear, politics. You saw how Ekufuado denigrated and ran this country down. Baumia, Kennedy, Japan, or Seche Mensabunsu. Because we gave them the idea, say, yeah, politics. But who was taking the hit? Why am I not a say, abroad, Omode Ghana, excavator, essay in Surin through Galamsey, Yania, Ekufuado was drinking water from the UK. Yofi Grant went into an interview carrying foreign water. They never drink water from Ghana. But in the first place, we were supposed to be part of the conversation to force them to do the right thing. You see, yeah, politics. Near to Ghana, yeah, politics. We have politics. Now we have money DA. Now Jankromania contract $24 million. Now I see Sumunam, Nekufuado ma, obi any certificate, obi any resume, obi any ejuma wa ye wana brabom. The omuni man say yawari abojantra. They were making billions at our expense because you see yeah, politics. Yeah, but they run you people down because now you move be a Jimmy. So you need to be part of this conversation. I will never on any day sit on my platform and tell anybody not to talk about the government. Now they about the media, but make sure the Misinformation and Disinformation Act, that law is about to be enacted. Be careful. Jandam is dangerous. Because of Jandam, nipa bi beko jail, omo mafie biem. Jandam, dangerous. As we sit, some people don't have peace in their heart. They know they have committed a crime. They know every single day they can be picked up and taken to court. They know. They are not happy. They are sad inside because they know dealings, it is against the laws of the land. And that is what I am trying to advise the young people. So, jail. The time does not matter. If you come to Ghana if you're a man come to Ghana, you are a foolish boy. We are Kwasia, and our papa Jimmy, and our mammy. Me say, you people need to understand. Ye be shemra. Unye se obeko quarter. Then listen to this advice because suits are going to fly all over the place. Now, when we are somewhere around Menemoka, papa we, or say or a lecturer or a lecturer with school, and this is how it starts. And most of our tertiary institutions are. Some of the lecturers, NPP lecturers are, they just infuse this kind of atro into the young NPP people in our various tertiary institutions. Now I'm saying, most of our tertiary institutions are almost a test conformer and come students are more knowledge to do research. They have become animals. They are not able to research to even defend NPP. All because there's some of the lecturers they have become so political to the point say the kids are now learning from these dumb heads who have clouded themselves with stupid political ambitions until they cannot even reason again. This man, you see, or a UPSA law lecturer. He's a law lecturer. Law Nayafo and a Jimmy to law. Now I'll say this government doesn't want people to speak openly. But I want to ask, you were speaking openly. Did anybody stop you from making this statement? It shows how low-minded, how foolishly they have been enshrined in their silly politics, and these are the people leading young people in Ghana as teachers, lecturers. Did anybody stop you, Jack, from speaking? Foolish act Jimmy, politics because if you are sitting on radio and TV and telling Ghanaians to say, for the last 93 days, yentisa aban we abo obi tuo. Yentisa aban we achi obi because wakaseti aban no. Yentisa aban we brutalize obi because wakaseti aban no. A lecturer who is supposed to pass information on to young ones to learn something from you. So Jimmy ya, why should you say this government does not want people to, at the end of the day, speak openly? But you are basically openly speaking about the government. Because if you had been stopped from sharing your opinion about what is happening in Ghana, then you will have a case. But you as an individual, as stupid as you are in free standing. You have all the airtime and all the room to speak your mind. But because of stupid politics or say the government doesn't want people to speak openly. Where were you standing when you were making this stupid statement? Were you in a hen coop? Were you hiding in a basement? You were openly sitting in public making this statement. It shows that logically you are stupid and not wise to teach these kids in school. The foolishness in these kind of people, in those range, so middle class, Jimmy Chan, because when you look at it critically, because these are the foolish people who entertained the Kufuor and the Bawumia for 8 years. Some of these stupid lecturers were in lecture halls trying to defend the stupid, economical, abysmal performance of the stupid government. Ujina, omaya, freedom of speech, juma. We are lecturer, we are lost lecturer. Obian fan more count. Nobody has even warned you. Obian mia wone. You as a person, you cannot stand on any platform to say Obia intimidate you because you are speaking your mind. So why do you say this government doesn't want people to speak openly? Because before you make a statement, you look at where you are standing, your situation, before you comment on other situations. The issue here is, can you point to one single person who has been attacked, who has been jailed, who has been forcefully and oppressed by this government for not speaking their mind? You people do not understand their more yet. Politics a Jimmy Mo, because majority of the people who listen to people like you, we have handed young people to you to teach, to pass knowledge on to be an example for them to understand. You are using that small opportunity as a lecturer to foolishly exhibit the highest form of your stupid tribal foolishness. Because at this point, can you show any of your students that somebody has been attacked from speaking against the government? Can you tell us one? We are Jimmy Four. And you see, you sit and you speak for the NPP, so you are foolish. Ntim, this guy is a lecturer and a member of the NPP on attempted arrest of Reverend Ntim Fordjour. Now, Jimmy wage now obey any school. Ntim Fordjour, has he proven as somehow kind with any evidence? What makes you a law lecturer? You are a foolish man. You are a foolish man. I thought you were going to tell Ghanaians that Ntim Fordjour has evidence. Then because of the evidence, the government is stopping him from speaking. You have not been able to tell Ghanaians that the Ntim Fordjour Jimmy 38-year-old boy, one of my petition because of stupid politics in T. You are telling Ghanaians Ntim Fordjour 38-year-old foolish boy who is trying to denigrate a government, a member of parliament who makes laws, who is part of an interior and defense committee in parliament. Kwasi, what makes you a lecturer? The guy has so many options to send his message across. Did he do that? Has he, for once, showed you one simple evidence to what he has said? We Jimmy Nti. Politics a Jimmy Munti. Namu jina nkoaaa nim, namu chatro. The foolishness of a lecturer. And these people, they are working in the schools and intimidating the young people, sleeping with small girls and saying that you did not learn. You are not learning. Learning is not about writing and reading. It's about applying your common sense, making intelligent submissions, making sure the things you are saying makes sense. You are a waste of piss. Muna mama ye di matemono, mwe Jimmy, and inti a lecturer. And when they make pronouncement, when they speak on social and political issues, now they want to compare some of the lecturers in Ghana. As a lecturer, you are a pamphlet lecturer. You are a pamphlet lecturer. Go and copy this. Make photocopy. One of Nkwasi petition. You do politics with everything. I want you to come back and tell us, when was the last time this government that has been in government for 93 days, when was the last time it was recorded that somebody was attacked for criticizing this government? We want you to show one. Nkwasi adiano. Yeah, mamu space biem until you start to reason. Mumu bi mwe Jimmy. The moment you join the NPP, you become animals. Certainly by joining NPP, I know wadani Jimmy for. Infantry joining NPP, wadani Jimmy for. Koni ko joining NPP, wadani Jimmy for. Asantini joining NPP. Like I said, NPP, it is the hub of foolishness. It does not matter the school and the panako. The moment Obe joining NPP, his level of reasoning drops. Etiko 91.1. Before Obe joining NPP, ABN reasoning level no 2003. It to be Timba 92.1. Utubi Busan say Nangovwe, because you are part of the NPP Ntiwe Jimiana. I am yet to see one person in Ghana tell me, say, John Mahama administration way, wakasa against Yabano, and I criticize Yabama Chinatu. You are foolish and stupid. Pascon Kwana Woche. Oh, have you copied it? Have you made photocopies? Go and see this one. He will make a photocopy. His students can call. Wait, or a 92.1 lecture. Now you know what form. Now you know I 92.3 and come broso. And then away bejina with him chiro. Because Ojina with him he has already taken a stand. We didn't get take his stand until he does not have any neutral opinion about what is happening. Because if you want to be neutral, take your NDC MPP aside. Let's be neutral here. The party communications director Tana TV so me busa and say Ntim Fordjour the evidence when or see evidence in your the allegation is the evidence. Now you calling yourself a law lecturer. So where Jimmy Kurano, you are not supposed to make this statement. Where Jimmy Kurano, you are a 92.1 low level thinker. You are very ignorant.